Question 1. Tell me something about yourself. My name is Courtney Jones, and I'm from Westchester, Pennsylvania. I am currently a freshman at Temple University, and am undeclared in the School of University Studies. I do not know exactly where I'm going to end up, but I'm willing to consider every opportunity that Temple has to offer. I originally thought I wanted to be a human resource manager because I love working with people, understanding the way they think, and I thought I would be a valuable resource, a part of a business trying to get the best people for their team. As I've come to understand other careers and opportunities, I don't think that this is necessarily the best fit for me. Instead, I'm more interested in majoring in journalism with a concentration in broadcasting. Next semester, I hope to be a part of Temple Update, which is a part of the Temple TV for the university. And I believe journalism and broadcasting is the right major for me because I love to write and learn about local news and possibly investigate and do reports on certain events that happen at the time. I was very cautious about deciding to take this career path or go towards this major because a lot of people have told me that journalism has a declining growth rate. But I truly believe that you get out of something what you put into it. And an example of this would be recently the CEO of Yahoo, Marissa Mayer, has been in the Wall Street Journal a lot because she was their new CEO, and as a struggling company, she went in, completely turned it around, and it is now almost back on track to where it was. And that just goes to show that no matter how bad something is or how bad you might be struggling, you can really put yourself in there and get a lot out of it if you put the work into it. Although I am interested in the School of Media and Communications now, I am definitely subject to change that, and I'm okay with that because I really believe that it's worth looking for something you love as opposed to just settling for something that you hate. Question number 2. Tell me about a significant accomplishment in your life. One of the most significant accomplishments in my life was when I was voted the captain of my high school volleyball team sophomore year. I think obtaining this role says a lot about who I am as a person and what I believe in. I can honestly say that I was not the best player on my team or even the best player in my position. But I know how to pick people up when they're down, to be a good listener in times of need, and to figure out solutions to any problems that arose. And I could get my team to work together and better perform as a team so that we could get along really well. I believe that is why my teammates voted me as a captain, because they thought that I could be a good leader. As a captain, I didn't get the most playing time, but I still believe I was a valuable asset to my team. And in my opinion, you don't necessarily need to be the best and the brightest in order to be a good leader. Sometimes it's not about being number one. It's about setting a good example whether or not you succeed. It makes more of a statement to be able to pick yourself up when you fall down than it is to be good right off the bat, because no one perfects everything on the first try. I really valued my team, and even though I wasn't the greatest and we didn't always win, and yes, it may have been just a JV team, I still consider it an extremely big accomplishment for me because it wasn't something I was just given. It was something that I had to earn. And the fact that my younger teammates thought that I would be good in that role is very valuable to me. And that's something I'll never forget. Question number 3. Tell me something you learned in class. I have learned a lot from this leadership and organizational management class. I could actually go on forever about the knowledge that I've obtained from the textbook, the in-class lectures, and especially the relevant videos that we have seen. However, the most important thing that I have learned from this class is that being successful is determined by how far you're willing to go to reach your dreams. To be more specific, it means taking that extra mile, meeting people, networking yourself, not limiting yourself to what Temple offers, but what you can find through LinkedIn and other organizations. Sometimes you think that getting a good grade or studying really hard is what's going to get you far. And yes, it does help, but it's not the only thing that you need. Anyone can study for a test for days, for hours, for weeks, and get an A. Get an A on tests, get an A on assignments, work well with the teacher. You could read a textbook from cover to cover and know every little bit of information. But if you don't put yourself out there, get to know people, get to know businesses, find internships, be a part of organizations, and truly know your field inside and out, aside from just the knowledge that it takes to do it, you're not going to get very far. My dad always told me that it's not about the grades you make, but the hands you shake. And I truly believe that that's something that this class really taught me. If I put myself out there and make these connections, these lasting connections, I've set my future up. Yes, I'm going to have to do well and continue to get the good grades, but I really do need to meet people. And I think that's something extremely important that can't necessarily be taught. It's something you have to learn to do for yourself. And whether or not I choose a field in business based off of this class, I have learned a lot from this class. And the things that I take from it, specifically being successful, will only go as far as you're willing to take it. And going that extra mile is what you need to do. It'll allow me to make the most of any career I take, any career path I choose, no matter what. Thank you for this opportunity and for taking the time to listen to me.